And thanks for joining us. I'm Kenny Baldwin.
And I am Isaac Pritchett.
And I'll tell you what, Pritchett, I was worried that we were really going to need some of that moisture protection Be Ultimate jerseys earlier today because it was raining, thunderstorming here in Salt Lake City. But it's looking beautiful now.
Cal Berkeley and the Spiders as well, both famous for their zones. And here's a shot from Jordan Kerr.
Jace Dunabile runs it down. Of course he does. By now, it's Jordan Kerr to Jace Dunabile has been a winning poker chip. Williams with it now. Oh, and a very tight throw. That I think that is Hecht who pulls it out just before hitting the turf.
And they'll shoot to the end zone off that.
Lung finds Lawrence for a score. Lawrence finds the camera again.
Yeah, he knows where it is.
He says, listen, that's 2 goals. You know, the way oxygen's getting pumped through you. Ooh, big bid against Grant Lindsley there. But Lindsley fires for Jaime.
This will be a bit of a 50-50 ball. Oh, not typically Elijah Jaime's strength there.
Nice, trying to find some room out of that kind of suffocating sideline defense. He does. They've broken all the way to the other side. Plenty of room now.
And that is another break for the Oakland Spiders.
Bauman. That was very interesting offensive possession for Shred there. Luke Jorgensen picked up the disc where he'd first gotten that foul called against him very quickly. Oh! Jacob Miller jumping through for a D. Mikay Jorgensen finds him in the end zone.
They'll feed him. They love it.
That's the type of energy this team needs in this stadium. They feed off the Shred heads here in the Shred Shed, and that is exactly why. Jacob Miller, who's been having himself a miraculous season.
30 for the Spiders.
Adkins, that was.
Little inside from Magzig. Finds Long, he'll shoot.
Lets it rip. Adkins with a bidding score.
What a goal from Adkins. That was an amazing throw. Just holds out long enough for him to hit the turf and make an amazing catch for the Spiders to go up 5-3. From the Spiders, making those resets more difficult than they'd like them to be. And here comes Sean Cannell, like you said. Deep shot. That'll float. Perfect for Jordan Kerr. Holy smokes.
You really can't put him much better than that.
Yeah, I mean, not the biggest throw Cannell's had this year, but that type of angle with that type of float is hard to do, and Kerr will get an easy celebration as a result.
Long, who looked off Lawrence, was cutting deep, finds instead midfield cutter. Now to Lawrence. Adkins
Lawrence is thinking about it. There he goes.
Finds it in the corner. What a gorgeous throw that was. Reminiscent of a Jonathan Nethercutt signature. That was one side to the opposite corner laterally. A gorgeous throw, and Adkins picks up his 3rd goal on the game. The Shred not afraid to lose yards. Jacob Miller with a fingertip catch. Sean Cannell finds Jordan Kerr wide. Not quite in.
What a throw from Cannell again. I think the defender just didn't think that any handler had that throw. A little low, but Lindsley will dig it up.
Finds Sean Cannell center, right outside of the end zone. And Jacob Miller is the outlet after a bit of physical confusion. Back to Luke Jorgensen, over to Jordan Kerr.
This is where Kerr wants to be, near the end zone, and he looks like he will be patient and swing it back. But Kerr on this sideline is deadly with that lefty inside backhand.
As you were saying
yeah, well,
lefty inside backhand to Jace Dunabile.
I'd give myself a little more credit if that one wasn't so obvious. So the Spiders again, and like I was saying earlier, just great contributions from all around the Spiders. I think that's the sign of a well-coached team. Ben Ashton with a block here.
Gets it back, denies Adkins.
A little trouble with the mark to step on that around and popped up the throw as a result. Here's Mac Hecht looking deep. That'll float too. Keenan Lawrence in the end zone against Porter Euler. Didn't float enough. Great catch from Lawrence.
Lawrence finds his 3rd goal in the end zone today. Is it just kind of carrying the roll on that disc all the way to the other end zone?
Looks like Dunabile will get it back. He'll hit it another 10 yards.
He's looking at Sean Cannell saying, I know you could throw it. I'm going to go deep, but instead they holster it. Start the point the way that maybe they intended earlier.
Wow, what a big play there from Dunabile. I believe that was off a poach. Very, very crucial. And here comes the deep throw, looking for Jaime. Wow, just right over the defensive bid from Burke. Jaime with a 180 grab into the end zone.
looking to make a play on it. Couldn't get there in time.
Long will shoot it. Oh, that's Magzig. Sorry.
DeLawrence.
Wow.
Grabs it over Johnny Hoffman.
Big sky from Keenan Lawrence, and that's just the type of play you expect him to make. Wow.
And what a celebration, showing off just how windy it is. Throwing it into the wind, catching it himself. That's his 4th goal so far tonight. Another little, just a pickup from the wind.
Fluttery, if you're a handler, I think I would start to get a little serious. Here's a big shot looking for the end zone.
Lawrence to Magzig, no trouble. Tiptoes it into the end zone. That's a big flick throw from Keenan Lawrence.
A misread, and the disc will stay in the air long enough that it doesn't really matter. They'll move upfield here, look for Hecht on the sideline. We'll find him. And Hecht will look for Williams in the end zone and find him as well. Great hold from the Spiders there. Shred fans, I hope you've been taking your blood pressure medication because, whoa, my goodness, another crazy throw.
Almost loses it. Hecht grabs it, a bidding grab. That's an upwind score, a very important upwind score for Oakland. Now Luke. Sorry, may have been McKay with a D.
Dunabile.
Jordan Kerr will grab it.
Dunabile.
Dunabile back lying down on the field. They earn back the upwind break. I don't think that was a shot to take.
And another D. McKay Jorgensen gets it right back. And the bookends.
And this crowd is getting very fired up now. I think that the Salt Lake Shred are just a much deeper team this season. Magzig with the disc now for Oakland. Ooh, over to Hecht. Hecht with an upside-down throw.
Scooper that finds the end zone. Whoa.
Adkins catching a nasty scooper with a lot of hot sauce on it. Sean Knoll. The clock will start after the first throw. Upside down to Lindsley. Lindsley is just going to put it. Finds Elijah Jaime. 3 seconds left. That's exactly what they needed. The crowd is getting a little rowdy. Over to LaRue. Over to Devin Terry. Back to LaRue, who's going to put one deep for Kyle Weinberg.
Holy smokes, Eugene LaRue. That's why they call him Clean Gene. That is the best throw we've seen tonight. That is upwind.
Chad Jorgensen now. Back to Gene. Finds Devin Terry in the corner. That's a big score, 17-15.
Wobbling in this wind is a tall order.
Lindsley with the disc now. He's going to do a deep shot to Ben Ashton. Ben Ashton turning on the afterburners.
He is able to reel it in, Ben Ashton. And here comes the downwind break, the Shred we're looking for. 18-15, the Salt Lake Shred. The crowd is going crazy.
Here we go, Oakland now trying to stop the bleeding here. Christopher Lung will air one deep. Devin Terry
helping out off the 4-cutter in the hoe stack. Gets there in time. That help has usually come a little bit late for the Shred.
Gene LaRue, they're just going to be cutting away at this field.
If you're the
Shifting
Spiders,
up the momentum.
I don't know if you can give this one up, by the way. I mean, I know this is a high-tense situation, but you're already, and now here goes to the end zone. Tony Munga reels it in. A Shred break there, up 4. What's happening?
If they lose this game to Salt Lake. And Salt Lake doesn't necessarily gain that much. Oh, this is a big shot. Ben Ashton, athletic, but on the second attempt.
Wow,
second attempt. That is Rafael Castro making up for the blade that he missed earlier.
Big throw from Knoll there, like you said.
Jaime collects it. That's another great upwind deep throw, about 40, 50 yards. Jacob Miller finds,
huge D from the Spiders. What a play in the end zone.
Chris Lung faking deep, he cuts back in.
Oh my gosh, Johnny Hoffman! Johnny Hoffman, huge bid around Chris Lung. How did he get that?
A Superman dive, reaching around. Gene LaRue is going to try to take the point, but it's a bobble. It won't come back in.
It will? What? Was that back in?
Are they calling that for Devin Terry?
It's a goal!
Devin Terry toes the line. How is that possible? I thought for sure he was out. 5 goals from Keenan Lawrence, 2 assists. Adkins picked up 4 goals himself. They're going to try to score. McKay to Luke. What a way to end it. 2 seconds left, but a brotherly connection for the score. Talked about as the Western Division favorite. Right now, Salt Lake's played 1 more game than them.
And that'll touch. So that should start the clock.
I don't think they're
Looks
going
like it
to
might not,
start it
but
quite yet. But here we
start it
go.
there.
That's the game.
And that's the game.
Salt Lake Shred 6-0 as they dispatch the Oakland Spiders 21-17 at Zions Bank.